What's up, everybody? This is Punkmeister, giving my first official shot at streaming. Figured what better way to start that off than by doing a custom house flipper by my buddy Chris over at Goat Gaming. Not a whole lot to do in here yet, it's still a work in progress, but there's still enough in here for me to give him some shit. Disclaimer that I do have a potty mouth and I say fuck a lot, so if you don't want your kids listening to it, go ahead and change her out. But, he's got rooms for all of his top people that interact with him on his Discord. In here right now I'm working on Yoda Best's room. Yoda's pretty awesome. I've talked to her a bit, giving Chris shit on his hypermarket streams. There's not really, of course this motherfucker don't have a trash can in here. He has an aversion to trash cans. I'm not sure why, but every time I watch him on hypermarket, I'm always, oh, I can't even spell trash. Ha. He never uses the trash can unless I'm there yelling at him. Get a trash can here so you can put trash in. Then let's see what else we can do. Move the book up here at least. Let's see. Indoor. Beds. Let's see. What kind of bed do we want to do here? Now I do have a tendency to go a bit eccentric with the colors and stuff here, so bear with me. I'll try to make it look nice, but let's see what designs we got here. Typically stay around these colors, so let's do sea green for this one. Pure sea green, perfect. Alright, and let's see. I tend to like the darker colors for this, but I'm gonna do this. Where should we put the bed? Let's put it right here. Right now we need some end table. That's cabinet storage. That's a nightstand. Fan of that one. Let's just type in nightstand. That might be easier. Oh, that's not bad. Alright, let's go with this one. And we will change. Here we go. There we go. Me. If you can hear my dog, I promise she is okay. She is just complaining because she's outside on her lead, but she is perfectly fine. It is beautiful out. It is a lovely 60 degrees here where I'm at. So she is just mad because she's not in here stuck up my butt. So she will live. personally like the corner desks. And I'm just gonna change everything to the ebony. I like this green marble or this multicolor marble. I'll show a better view of that marble here in a second. I usually use it for my ADHD, sorry about that. I usually use it for my windowsills. That's the word I was looking for. That there. See, it's really pretty. I'll move her book over here on her desk. And since this is the version that I downloaded, Chris said I can kind of do what I want with this, because of course it's going to be, he's going to be updating it and all of that. This is just what I have for it, so that's fine. I can have some fun with it and give him shit at the same time. Ah! There we go. Guess she does need a desk chair, that might help. Office chairs. And we'll do this to match the bed. Alright, let's see what kind of gaming setup I can get here for her. Bunch of monitors here, Yoda. Not that I don't even know if you'll ever even watch this video, but it's gonna go. Alright. This. There we go. It's not perfect, but it'll do. We'll move on to Howie's room. Chris said he let his goats loose in here to make this mess in poor Howie's room. Really gotta keep them goats locked up. Of course, they're not easy to keep locked up. I had goats growing up, and they definitely did not stay in any kind of pen. We actually had to put them out on dog cables with dog collars to keep them from running away. So, but I guess, you know, you could always do like Chris and just put them in the house and let them destroy people's rooms. What just happened? I thought I was supposed to put stuff down in here, but guess you're stuck with whatever I can come up with, Howie. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get him his TV. Get that there. And we'll get him of just wildly guessing what would look best. I kind of like this one. Let's see, let's actually look down at some of these. Kind of like that one. I'll give you a new collar here. There we go. Alright, then we're gonna go down to here. Now, mind y'all, I've been MIA for a while, so I haven't really been on Discord, but I'm trying to remember. I believe Howie has console and computer, so I'll try to go ahead and give him that nice setup. back out. There's not really a whole lot to do yet. Like I said, this is still a work in progress. He said that he was gonna update it hopefully tomorrow or Sunday. So might do an updated video. Might be something that I do as he updates his version. Go back in and see how much crap I can give him. So we tried to do this once, a co-op, not on one that he had created, but on a different one, and we had recorded like 2 hours of audio, but for some reason my end didn't pick up, so he wasn't able to use it at all, which is horrible because we had some pretty funny content in there. Like where it's on this game, it's really hard to I'm gonna have to move the trash can over here so I don't have to keep running to it, but he wasn't able to use it, and then I've had a bunch of crap going on in my life. Like, and then yeah. So we haven't really had a whole lot of a chance to hop back on together. I've honestly barely even been speaking to anyone. Trying to get my ducks in a row, but my ducks ain't in a row. They ain't even in the same area. They're all probably high on PCP and in a rave or something. I don't know. I'm just existing at this point, but I know that I am going to create some content for another of my games. It's gonna be a pain because I do not have the patience to go through cutscenes, especially when I've already went through some of them. So I'm gonna have to suck it up and let the cutscenes play because I really want to get the one game some recognition, because it kind of flopped, so they didn't create a second one even though they had it open-ended for it to have a second one. But it's just, it really is a really great game. There's a lot of, you know, totally missed the trash can. Been talking to Chris too much. No, but I don't know, I think it's got some pretty funny content in it, and you know, humor is a big thing for me. That's why I'm cracking on Chris so much, just because it's fun. And he thinks I'm funny, so it works. But I wanted to, you know, on the off chance, you know, because I mean, there's a few games that I wouldn't have played if not for having seen it played by another streamer. Like, I wouldn't have played Beyond Two Souls or The Last of Us without having seen PewDiePie play it years ago. So you never know, might be able to get it some more sales and stuff, so they might change their mind on making a second one, which would be great. So it puts me a lot in the mind of Infamous Second Son with the magic powers that you get to use. The game's Forspoken, but it's the whole reason why I got my PlayStation 5. Because I saw it come out, the gameplay trailer, I'm like, that's right up my alley. But you know, I kind of get ADHD with my games too, because like, this is fun. I like a lot of farming sims like Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing, and I'm really getting into Farm Together. I'm probably going to do some content on that, but it's just one of those, like, with streaming, I feel like if you're going to start streaming a game, you should stream from the beginning, and I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm level 169 on my farm, and it's taken a bit to get there. So I'm thinking I'll just kind of open up my third farm and maybe start there. I don't know. That's one of the biggest problems with ADHD. You can't make a choice to save your life. Seriously? Trash can. Thank you. But, you know, like my cousin and I, we play games together all the time, and there's a lot of times that we'll get in a party chat, of course, because, you know, even though we live together, we'll be in our separate rooms, and it's just easier to be in a party chat. But there are times we'll smart stuff off and, like, have all of us rolling, or there's hilarious content that happens in the game itself with glitches or whatever, especially with one of our favorite 7 Days to Die. That's another one that I want to start streaming a bit. I might hold off on that one, though, because I currently do not have a job while I'm waiting to find somewhere to get an adult autism diagnosis. Not easy, pain in the ass. So I'm probably not going to be able to update my server or pay for my server again when it runs up. But that's another one that Chris and I were talking about. You know, if we can get enough people in on playing it, we can get a server. He'll get a server, and we can join it, and then maybe I'll have to start over there anyway, so then I really can jump into it, especially with a lot of the new mechanics that they just dropped with it. Now, there's some stuff that just doesn't make sense to me, and believe me, I've got into it with keyboard Karens and Kyles over it, because they have, you know, different biomes that you can go into on it, but you have to do these quests to unlock the gear to make it safe for you to go into these areas. I'm horribly explaining it, but hopefully I will be able to make a future video explaining it a bit better with visual aids instead of being in a completely different game and, you know, ADHDing about another game. But they basically just kind of made the gear, some of the gear, pointless, because it's supposed to keep you from, or it's supposed to protect you from the elements, but you still now freeze in the snow biome, which is where my favorite base is. So who knows what the Fun Pimps will come up with for that one. But like I said, there wasn't a whole lot to do yet in Chris's goat gaming place, but I mean, he didn't do too bad. I like to bust his chops about doing unnecessary stuff and chaotic clutter, because this man cannot organize his shelves in Hypermarket Simulator to save his life. But to be fair, this actually looks really neat. I think he did a pretty good job, and of course, like I said, it's still not, got a bit of a glitch going here. It's not perfect yet, but I have no doubt he will manage to do so in no time. This man's even got a whole ass bathroom set up in here, personalized showers. He's got all kinds of stuff. Well, I mean, I guess that's something I can do. Let me try, okay, there it is. Copy style. Make this match. That'll be my contribution here. And go up here, sell that. But I mean, is about the end of this video, I think, because like I said, there wasn't a whole lot yet to do in here, but I did want to go ahead and check this out and get it, you know, get a video out there and see how it goes. I mean, don't know how it's going to go until you try, right? Now, he did say down here, no, next floor down, hang on. I was going to fix this spot up here, but he did say something about wanting to do a downstairs, hidden downstairs basement, so I'll leave it alone for now, even if this is my copy. But, I mean, he's got a whole thing set up here. He's done a pretty good job. It's always a fun time to come in and flip a house with him, and so it'll be great to see what the final product looks like with the official Goat Gaming Sandbox mode for House Flipper 2. So I will go ahead and get ready to sign off and say again, thanks Chris for supporting me, and I'm sending you this video as soon as I get her posted. You'll have to let me know what you think. Everybody let me know what you think, and hopefully I can get some more content out here. Y'all have a great day.